It was famously said by Senator Ted Stevens of Alaska that the internet is made of a series of tubes. But do we actually know what the internet is made of? Hey y'all, Trace here, exposing the mysteries of the internet for D-News. Outside of the web browser on your ridiculously LED-lit gaming computer rig or your sleek aluminum laptop, what does the internet actually look like? How does it work? I've done the virtual legwork to figure out exactly where the internet lives IRL. Firstly, the internet as we know it is just that, an interconnected network of computers. Servers or hosts store the websites, provide data to the clients, that's you, and in 1969 there were only 4 host computers and only a few nodes, they called them. 4. Yeah. Now millions of computers host websites with nodes spread across the planet and even in space. The hosts are controlled by individuals, companies, and governments, which is why no single entity really controls or owns the internet. To connect from your laptop to anywhere else involves lots of steps through those nodes. Assuming you're wired directly into it, your modem is your first node. It has its own IP address and is connected via your cable or DSL line to another modem at your internet service provider. The ISP has local connection points like highway on-ramps. But for the internet, they're really windowless, climate-controlled buildings filled with computers called a point of presence, or POP. The ISP modems are then networked together with fiber optic cable to a network access point, or NAP, in a larger city or region. That's another node. Then, in major cities, Comcast or Time Warner or AT&T or whomever else all come together, connect their NAPs, and make the network larger still. Finally, the major cities are connected via giant groups of fiber optic bundles and more giant windowless buildings, allowing petabytes of data to stream through. This is called the Internet backbone. In 1987, the National Science Foundation created the first high-speed backbone, allowing 170 networks to connect together. Now there are high-capacity backbones connecting networks across the globe. These trunk cables lay off the coasts of countries on the floor of the world's oceans. They're alight with data as computers talk to each other, sending cat videos and tweets and email around the Earth at the speed of light. So let's say someone types facebook.com into their browser on their computer. That text is translated into a packet, and each packet is sent to their ISP. The ISP routes those packets somewhere else through the system, and they do it in this way in case a circuit fails or gets bogged down. Then the data can split up and travel along different paths to the same place. The ISP uses a domain name server, or DNS, to find out what Facebook.com's IP address is. It's huge, so it's got a lot of possible IP addresses. Once the computer knows the IP, your data goes through to the POPs and the NAPs to access Facebook's computers. Once you're connected, Facebook takes over and pulls from their own data centers in Oregon or Sweden, or there's going to be a new one in Iowa or somewhere else. So if you think about it, Senator Stevens, he was kind of right. The internet is kind of, sort of, made of tubes. That seems like
Social media. Everyone we know uses it in one way or another. Whether it's to organise an event or to delete those drunk pictures from the night before, it has made an impact on everyone's life. But where did it come from? Give us a few minutes and you will know. It could be seen that the first type of social media first hit the mainstream in 1997 with blogging. The internet had hit 1 million websites, and AOL introduced a chat function so that users could communicate across the globe with their instant messaging service. It was then, in '99, that Friends Reunited was introduced to the family computer and could be seen as the original Facebook. People could connect with old school friends, look at their pictures, and communicate through messages. Friends Reunited was seen as one of the first social networks to stand the test of time. With more than 70 million computers connected to the internet, we saw the introduction of Friendster in 2002. This website at its peak had more than 100 million users. The following year we saw the start of MySpace, a clone of Friendster, but this website would stand the test of time. MySpace allowed for editing profiles, whilst also having the ability for bands to showcase their music, gaining fans through a breakthrough form of marketing. This saw the music industry change as a whole from this point on, with bands such as Arctic Monkeys and Lily Allen famously being found on the website. 2003 also saw other forms of social media being introduced, such as podcasts, Flickr, an image hosting website, and LinkedIn, a social network for professionals. Then, in 2004, the social network that everyone is aware of today was launched. Facebook was created at Harvard College and was known to the students as their own Friendster. Whilst Facebook was progressing in the background, MySpace overtook Friendster in page views, which saw the start of the decline for the website. In 2005, Bebo, an acronym for Blog Early, Blog Often, was started as another social networking website. Similar to other social media websites, you were able to connect with people, viewing their pictures, and later creating little apps and quirky ideas to separate it from its competitors. YouTube was also brought to light, where for the first time there was a website where the general public could store and retrieve videos. It was in 2006 that Twitter was launched, a micro-blogging site which lets members send and receive tweets. Not only could they tweet their friends and family, but now there was a way to get closer to celebrities. You were able to read what they were doing and even communicate with them, breaking down the barriers between them and the fans. MySpace continued to grow and became the most popular social networking site in this year. With MySpace and Bebo continually growing, Facebook became worldwide, and in 2007 introduced apps. During 2008 and 2009, with a quarter of the Earth's population using the internet, we saw the rise and fall of many social media websites. Bebo and Friends Reunited were rebranded, bought and sold by many companies, all of which failed to keep up with MySpace, Twitter, and Facebook. Facebook surpassed MySpace with its figures of the monthly unique visitors. The press was starting to see the effects of the micro-blogging site Twitter and how fast it could break a news story. From 2009 to the present day, we have seen new additions to the social media world, all looking at different aspects of the industry. Websites and apps have been launched including Tumblr, Pinterest, Google+, WordPress and Instagram, just to name a few. Having such an increase in social media websites, some of the original social media, including MySpace and Bebo, have had to redesign and relaunch their product to compete. Those which could not adapt, such as Friendster, have ended up shutting down completely. Social media is now a vital part in people's and businesses' day-to-day life. With Facebook now having over 1 billion users, and with the introduction of smartphones, you are now always connected. The business world
300, 310, and Chris on out there.
That was one turn dead, second turn dead. Fanatic going to win the season 1 championship.
Tom Tyler's Justice are the season 2 world champions. A 20-minute game for SK Telecom. They will be the season 3 world champions. They're going to focus in on the Nexus itself and Samsung White are the 2014 world champions.
Tires are falling. SKT will be your first ever 2-time world champions.
And Splice have qualified for the 2016 World Championships. Welcome to the G2 era. They are your summer split champions.
They continued their perfect split, the summer split of the LPL. EDG. TSM cement themselves as the most dominant organization in North American League of Legends and win their 4th North American Championship.
There it is. Rocks Tigers take it. GG. It's about.
I feel down lately. Much shit in my life, but things. Holy sh. Holy guacamole. Holy.
Indeed, a wise choice.
Holy guacamole. Oh my goodness gracious me. I think I got heart failure. Okay. Let me get through the donation so I can see this one.
I need to go and board the river more. But I'm scared every time I go there, I always get caught out. Your gold and silver on both your accounts. See, the thing is, it can't be a Smurf. It has to be your main account. Guys!
Let's start again.